With smartphone prices rising fast thanks to the new tariff wars, now might be the worst time to shell out money for a brand new iPhone. Believe me, I understand. I have an iPhone 14 and I plan to keep it running. I don't want to spend the extra money. What if you don't have to? I know there's people that are rushing to the stores right now. Before you panic or give in to that shiny upgrade, let's talk about how to make your iPhone run like it's fresh out of the box. Spoiler alert, it starts with Lint, a toothbrush, and a little TLC. On iPhones more than a couple of years old that use the old-style connector, most charging issues are just Lint, seriously. About 75% of iPhones that won't charge or are very slow just have some pocket lint in here, are just full of pocket fuzz. So what do we do about that? First thing, turn off the phone, grab your trusty flashlight, and peek inside the lightning port just to try to get a sense of how much dirt and lint and crud is in there. Yep, I've got some. And I noticed when I plug my phone into a lightning cable in my car, the CarPlay doesn't work very well. It comes on and off, so it's just a very spotty connection. What can you do about that? Use a wooden or plastic toothpick, not metal, and gently scoop out the debris. You can also try a soft toothbrush. That's what I'm going to do. I actually use an electric toothbrush, but every time I go to the dentist or dental hygienist, I get a new toothbrush. This one is pretty soft on the end. Some of these bristles down here are a little harder. Just carefully brush it in there. Don't be too aggressive or anything. Just slowly move it out. Just try to brush that out. You don't want to use compressed air because that can push all the lint and dirt further in. Take a look again. Looking pretty clean now. If you need to, just make another pass of it. Just very gently, just get those soft bristles in there. If you see that dreaded liquid detected message and your phone hasn't been near any water, it could be moisture or grime triggering the alert. Let it dry out fully or switch to wireless charging temporarily until you get that cleaned out. So let it dry out, then go through the process here of removing dirt. Battery health. What to do about it? Your iPhone battery wears down over time. Here's how to check it. Go to your settings, and I'm just going to type right on that first page, there's the battery option. And go to the battery health and charging, and it shows you what battery percentage you have. Mine is 79%, which actually just happens to be just below the break-off percent. If it's under 80%, it might be time for a replacement. I'm not going to do that yet on mine because there's some other tricks you can use. First of all, you can turn on optimized battery charging. It reduces the aging process on the battery because the phone learns from your charging routine when you tend to have it plugged in during the day. And it won't charge it all the way full. So when you charge a battery all the way full and then drain it down all the way full, it tends to go bad faster. But if you charge it to like 80, 90%, then just kind of leave it at that and keep it charged to that level, it prolongs the battery use. You can also use the low power mode when you're running low on battery. Keep the screen brightness down. For the screen brightness, you just hold down a little bit on the screen from the upper right corner, and you have the brightness selection there. And use Wi-Fi on when possible. It goes through your local Wi-Fi rather than cellular. That uses less battery. Avoid heat. Leaving your phone in a hot car is a sure path to battery death, especially if you live here in Arizona like I do. So if you are below 80% though, and you have Apple Care on your phone, that's a nice service. Then the battery replacement is free from Apple. You just take your phone to the Apple store, to the Genius Bar, or you can go to a reputable third-party shop. You'll see them all over. iFixit is one that's common, and they even put out a kit, an iFixit kit that you can buy if you're brave. Frankly, these phones are not really meant to be opened by the customer. They can be, and that's what taking it into Apple or an iFixit store will do. It's kind of scary, though, if you're not comfortable with it and if you don't have just the right tools for it, because you could end up breaking your screen, then you have a much worse problem. Touchscreen and general sluggishness. So is your screen lagging or ignoring your touch? It take a while to react? Well, for one thing, you need to clean your screen. You may have to replace this screen protector. Those instructions are pretty clear when they come with the screen protectors. Restart your phone and update your software. Periodically, like every month, turn off your phone completely and restart it. Over the time that you're using it, you run an app, it loads that into memory on your phone. You load another app, it loads that into memory. And especially third-party apps sometimes don't clean up the memory that they've used. And so over time, that will clog up the memory in your smartphone or in your iPhone. And a lot of this applies to Android as well as iPhones. Update your software. Now, I know it's a pain, and it seems like every day, in fact, multiple times each day, you'll get messages when you look at the little App Store icon. It'll show you a number on it saying that there are a bunch of apps that need to be updated. Update them. Not only for efficiency, sometimes fix their app and make them faster, but also for memory use, things like leaving it open when you get out of the app, problems like that. But even more important is that it can reduce the likelihood of your phone being hacked. Because a lot of the updates that these apps put out there are for the purpose of filling or patching holes that are found. If they found some vulnerability where a hacker could get into your phone, and that's even more so on the main iPhone software. So if you go into your settings and go to General, and you've got an option for software update, and I actually have a software update waiting. It's iOS 18.4.1. And the description on this says this update introduces 8 new emojis. Well, that may not be that important, but a new sketch style option in Image Playground, recipes in Apple News, and enhancements to better organize and filter your library and photos. That's nice. This release includes other features, bug fixes. Typically with any update, you'll see bug fixes and security updates. Very important that you then go through and update it. Now I can have the option of updating now, which I'm not going to do during the filming of this video, but it's important. Slower than molasses, free up storage. Again, back in settings, which I'm still in right now, and under general, and then storage. And it has options to optimize storage for your photos, to optimize storage for your music. Personally, I don't have music on here anymore. Years ago, we collected all of our albums, the music that we listened to, and it was all stored in your iPhone or your device. I don't know about you. Over the years, when I updated smartphones, sometimes I would have to change to a different service for some reason. There was one job that actually gave me an iPhone, so I discontinued my own iPhone, got theirs, which meant that my phone number changed. And then when I left that job, I then had to buy my own iPhone again. And in the process, I lost all the music that I had on there. It's sad, but how do you listen to music now? You may have some records like that, and that's fine. Try to keep them. If you're like me, you may use streaming services like Apple Music. That way, for one thing, it's not storing all of that on my phone all the time. It's in a service that you can download and listen to as you want to there. Now, not great if you don't have cellular service or a Wi-Fi service that you can tap into, but I like streaming music. So you have options to optimize the storage. You have your overall phone storage that shows you how much space is used on your phone. Currently, mine isn't too bad. I'm using 159.7 gigabytes of 256 gigabytes that I have available on this phone. I'm in pretty good shape right now, especially if you have a phone with less memory on it. You may have to be especially careful to clean that up periodically. And they have options under this iPhone storage screen to review large attachments. That's important. When you get emails, for example, and they have these attachments, somebody is sending you pictures or documents, that takes up room on your iPhone. Downloaded media, if you have downloaded a movie that you want to play while you're traveling or some music or whatever, that takes up room and you can free that space up. You can see on the little indicator on your storage space how much of your memory is used by that type of media. And then down below, it shows you the apps that are taking the most space on your smartphone. Some of them may be able to go through and clean up the data that they have if they're taking a lot of space, or if it's an app that you don't use, remove it. You can always restore it if you need it. My Facebook, for example, is 3.33 gigabytes. I have my email app is 12.13 gigabytes. indicates that I probably have some large attachments in there that are taking up room. So I could go through and clean that up. Get into a weekly process, restarting your phone and checking the storage and just cleaning it up. Disable any background app refresh and notifications for the apps if you don't need it. When you're doing something important, when you're on that important job interview on your phone, you don't want it to all of a sudden go to a crawl because you have some apps that are uploading in the background. There are accessories or tools. Sometimes the right accessory gives your iPhone a new life. If the lightning port just isn't working well for charging your iPhone, if it's a reasonably recent iPhone, you'll have this ring on there, which is the wireless charging. There are batteries that you can get that just clip on there and will stick on there and charge your phone as you work. They're great. If, like me, you have a phone you can't even get through a full day without it running down, just have a wireless battery with you that you can use. Those stick-on ones are fantastic. If you don't have that, there are other batteries that I have. This one is a real powerhouse. This thing is a monster. Anchor battery. This will not only charge your phone, it'll charge your iPads, it'll charge your laptop, it will charge a whole slew of things. It has 165 watts of energy. That's a lot. It's kind of heavy. It's like a condensed brick. Don't forget to have a sturdy case, tempered glass protector. Your iPhone may be aging, but it doesn't have to feel like it. A bit of maintenance, a few settings, tweaks, and the right accessories will stretch its lifespan for years to come. If this helped you out, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's nursing a tired old phone. With the prices going up, keeping your current phone humming isn't just smart, it's economical. Hold on to your cash, outsmart the upgrade cycle, and squeeze every bit of value out of your aging phone. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button and consider joining our membership. Just go to the awcrap.tech website, and right now, for a limited time, that you can get 3 free months of membership. After that, it goes way up to, $2 a month. But for that, you can get extra tips, support, a few laughs along the way, and a preview of some of the things coming out.